Good day, wonderful people, and it's another beautiful episode of the Hustler's Diary with me here, Delalom. Today we have one wonderful personality we're talking the Hustlers deals with right here on the Hustler's Diary again. And remember, we've been proudly sponsored by Lead Masters Event and More. Lead Masters Event and More has awesome services which I'll be telling you a lot about later, and a lot more businesses. In case you are out there, you want to also come on the program, remember you can do so. We're going to leave you with our contact and you can get in touch with us. We will take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we introduce our guest for the day. It's the Hustler Show. And it's a welcome from that quick commercial break. With us here today, we have Mr. Godwin Senyo Ameko of Star Point Tile Cement Industry, a very wonderful gentleman I've known over the years. And he's here to open the diary with us on the Hustler's Diary. You're welcome, Mr. Gweko.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes, yes. I have known you for quite a while, and having you here, you've made my day actually, because we want to really know about you and about all of your hustles. We learned you're a very busy man. Are you?
Yes.
Yes. The whole of Kumasi and Ghana knows about you, and we really appreciate you. But I would want you to, in your own words, tell us in simple 3 words, who is Mr. Senyo Godwin Ameko?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, as you already mentioned, my name is Godwin Senyo Ameko, and I'm the CEO of Star Point Tile Cement Industry. Okay. I'm a family man.
Wow. With
a beautiful wife.
That's beautiful.
Patient someone.
Wow.
With 3 boys. So they'll be taken away from me. So, yes, so simply,
okay.
This is me.
I see. That is so beautiful. A family person, a business person, a business tycoon, I'll call him, because I know his dealings and I trust me, he's an awesome person. But quickly, I want us to know, we don't know the story behind the present you. So tell us about the journey. How did it all started, please?
Well, it has not been easy. I always say that maybe I did not get to the right information from the beginning. From the beginning? Yes, because more often than not, you realize that motivational speakers or people who have done their business over the time, they'll tell you doing it is not easy. We started from here before you realize they are up there. So with that kind of mindset, I thought it was going to be very easy. But I started before I realized that it is not as easy as we were made to believe. So it has been very tough and very, very difficult. In fact, it doesn't mean that we have finished or we have done with hustling. I'm still hustling. You're still hustling. Yes, exactly.
Yes, and he is a hustler, for your information. Yes. You believe that, right?
Oh, of course, yes.
Yes. We've made the word look so negative, but actually we want to give it a positive tone. Exactly. So that when you are hustling on the street, you know that that is not the end. There is surely a future for you if you keep on keeping on. And so that was how your journey started. But you mentioned something, motivational speakers seem to have lied probably, or not to have told the complete truth.
Well, my observation about them is that it's not that it was a deliberate something that they want to do to lie to people. Some of them, it was based on the experience that they have had over the years. Yes. So maybe you might have started a business. But the nature of your business is such that some of the challenges that will be associated with mine, you've never gone through all that. Exactly. You understand? So they had it in the silver platter. Okay. So on the basis of that, they ran with that kind of experience. Definitely. Yes, exactly. But that is not applicable to other sectors. Exactly. So I thought it was going to be very easy as they made us to, but
Believe.
it has never been.
It
It has
hasn't been.
so
But
very
has it
difficult.
worth it? Is it worth it?
Yes, in a way. That's the way to go, let me say. That's the way to go.
Okay.
Let me say that was my vision actually from the beginning. I want to become a military officer.
Whoa, that was my next question, actually. That was going to be my next
Yes,
question.
I want to become a soldier.
I see.
Yes, because
Yes, and you really look it.
yes,
Anybody told you?
yeah, because of my height.
Yes.
People started calling me soldier man.
Wow.
So I said, okay, I've discovered my
Your calling.
my calling, so I have to work with that.
I see.
So that has been the thing. So I quite remember 2009.
Okay.
Was when I had the protocol to join the military.
I see.
Yes. So, but then I have started my business fresh. So I have to decide between the opportunity offered me and then my newfound opportunity. So I have to decide between two.
I see.
So I decided to take entrepreneurship.
So you intentionally?
Instead of, yes.
It was an intentional something?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
That was
okay.
it.
That is really beautiful.
And also, let me also say that the idea, it wasn't something that just happened. I have worked with so many industrial companies. Notable among them is HUSTLE'S Industry, under the first President Special Initiative, PSI. I've worked with them for years before I resigned. That's where I developed the interest in business. Because I realized that some of your bosses or some of your CEOs, they look down on their workers.
Most,
Yes,
especially now,
exactly.
part of the world.
Yeah, part of the world. They look down on their workers. It's like they are doing you a favor.
Exactly.
And then they see you as servitude.
Exactly.
Because through them, you earn your living. So on the basis of that, they look down on you. So I did not like the way I was being talked to sometimes. So I made up my mind that one day,
you would want to.
I will start my own business.
Rule your affairs.
Yes. Yeah. And do it such that I will not hurt my employees the way I was, I will not treat them the way I was treated.
Ooh, okay.
So that was also in my mind before later on I decided to start my own business.
I see. And what year was this?
2009.
2009. So you were about a decade and about 3 years into business. Wow, that's beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you. And let me also be quick to say that I am the only worker at HUSTLE'S who resigned, and the management refused to accept my resignation because of the vacuum that I will be creating. So if you are a worker out there, when you are doing something, make sure your absence should be felt.
Should be felt.
Yes.
Should be felt. Not on the wrong note. I mean, this is a good one. This is a very good one. But quickly, tell us about your products and the services your company offers.
Well, we started with tiles cement, tiles adhesive. Yes, that's what we started with, and I was noted for a brand quality. Yes.
Whoa. Yes, I forgot to. He's AKA Mr. Quality.
Mr. Quality,
and so actually I have known him by the name Quality. He wants everything done, standardized. And so on that note, you take it again from there.
Yes. So I started with tiles adhesive, and that's what it was. There were other products in the market before I came in. Joined, and most of them were imported into the country. So I decided to come in. And when I started, I became one of the top names in the Ashanti region. I was the highest supplier or producer in Ashanti, Bono, Brown Afro, Baden, and then the Western region. That's what yes. So I also introduced another thing called grout. Grout.
G-R-O-U.
Yes, G-R-O-U-T.
U-T,
Yes. Grout is used to feed the thin line between installed tiles. Whoa. After the tiles installation, that's why they use some whitish field. So I introduced that as well.
Wow.
And then that's not all. Tiles, what's the name? Cement paint. Yes, I also introduced a product called cement paint, the first of a kind, let me say, in the world. You can't find it anywhere. So it's called cement paint.
I'm taken aback. Wow.
Yeah, so that's what I
Okay, so
produce.
we want to know here, are you a middleman importing and selling, or you produce and sell?
Yes, from the time I started to do business, I developed interest in producing things on my own.
I see.
Importation and buy from other sources. It wasn't my thing.
I see.
Though it is very difficult producing because of the challenges that is associated
Around,
with it.
yeah.
You know, but I've made up my mind that this is the path I decided to go.
Okay.
So all the things that I do is something that I produce by myself.
Wow.
Yes.
How many workers do you have presently?
Well, we had challenges after the COVID and stuff, and we're about 25, you know, but now we're about 10.
That is still encouraging.
Yes,
I
yeah.
mean, you are saving the economy. And we are still rolling here with Mr. Godwin Senyo Ameko of Star Point Tile Cement Industry. He is such a wonderful personality, and I believe that you are enjoying the conversation. But quickly, I want us to take a commercial break. When we come back, we continue business. Welcome back from that quick commercial break. And remember, we are still here getting interactive with Mr. Godwin Senyo Ameko. And I believe you are also intrigued, as I have been, with the story of this wonderful hustler. He has admitted that he is a hustler. And today, we are privileged to watch him, listen to him, open up the diary of his hustle journey to us. Mr. Ameko,
Yes.
Ameko, yes.
Yeah.
You know, I have always addressed you by quality.
That is.
So I would love to go by my old ways. You know, old friends are better. So, Mr. Quality.
Yes.
Yes. What has been, you know, I know business goes with a lot of risk, having to decide between that rosy opportunity of going into the military and then just having to slash it aside and taking on the risk of becoming a business person, not knowing what the future holds. Please, I hope you get it.
Yes.
What was that risk you took along the course of your business journey that almost took everything away from you?
Well, I've taken so many risks in this business. And one of the risks that I took not too long ago was because the cement paint, let me just define what the cement paint is basically what is it about. Okay. Cement paint is a cement-based paint. In other words, it's a paint that is in powder form. You haven't seen some before, right?
Not really.
So it's necessary to be mixed with water before application.
Okay.
You know, it's prevent the growth of fungi and bacteria from developing on your masonry surfaces. You know, it's also waterproof and heat resistant kind of paint. You know, it took me 10 years to do research to come up with this product. Wow. You know, so I quite remember TV3 did some documentary about the product. Okay. So from there, after they aired the documentary, you realized the demand was started coming all from everywhere. Because the buckets of the paint, I think it was 380 cities. Okay. The first call that came says they wanted 400 buckets from Tamale.
I see.
They're from Accra, everywhere. So I realized that the business, the demand was just too much. I can't supply. Okay. So what I did was I have to source funds from somewhere. So I rely on my bank. So they gave me some money. The lady that I have, my wife too, is a midwife. So she has access to this
soft loans and stuff.
So she also got some. So we put it together.
Wow.
So unfortunately for us, the chemicals that we use for these paints are not in the country. They are not locally made, available. So they are not available. So I have to get some from China and also from Nigeria. Okay. The one from China came. Unfortunately for me, the one from Nigeria, that was the time they closed their border. Whoa. 2019.
That is the COVID season?
Yes, that was before the COVID.
Okay.
You know, they closed their border even before the COVID.
I see.
Yeah, you know, because by then they were saying that they don't want, and they started with rice importation into their country to be banned, and they increased the surveillance to other goods. No goods should come to Nigeria, and no goods from Nigeria to come to any other. So that's how the whole thing. So it became a big problem. The orders were coming. Even TV3, I think they made the news about it, about 4 occasions about it. So, to my disappointment, the chemicals expired.
Sikano Ashe. This is not funny, but we just want to make light so that at least we give room for, you know, wow.
Yes. So it has been one of, it hurt me so much.
The time it happened, the time of this event.
Yes.
With people giving you pressure from up there. And
yes, but then the demand were just coming and I also calculated when the chemicals were arrived. So I was just giving them hope.
Okay.
So all those promises were not availed. So as it stands now, that business, that part of it, is no longer in operation.
Wow.
Because it's a little capital intensive. But the chemicals are expensive, so I'm no longer, for now. Not that I won't come back again. I won't go into that business again. But
that's the product. That particular product really looks like something, an essential something.
Oh yes, yes. People love it. Even last week.
Okay.
Someone called me.
I see.
That I should just come and have a look at his house.
Okay.
You know, so it's like it's also going to give me another opportunity to become a contractor.
Look at that.
Because people wanted me to come and work on the whole building.
Yes.
And then give them bill. You know, so I was working on that when the Sikanashi
issue came in.
So
Don't give up.
It's one of those. I can't.
You can't.
I can't.
It's either you go
or you. Even before this very one, the entire cement one. There's another issue about that one too.
I see.
That's why business is more of taking risk. But when you feel at that very moment, you should be innovative enough and come back into business. You know, I realized that the entire cement business is such that during the rainy season, people are out of business.
Okay.
Because the process goes through. Because you have to first of all harvest the sand from the riverbank. Okay. You know, and then they dry it before you can process it. So during the rainy season, the weather is not good enough, so people will be out of business. And then the quarry, that happens to be our second option too. It is not fine enough to be able to use. So when you use the quarry too, the wastage is about 70%. So you'll be running at loss. So nobody was doing that. So I was strategic and decided to get a machine that can grind the quarry, so that I can also be the source of supply to other producers.
Exactly.
You know, so when I grind it, I will be able to supply them, so that they can also use it.
That was what I was going to ask, if there had been some way to go about it.
Yeah, so I got this machine which can grind as much as 4 tons per hour capacity machine.
I should see that.
Yes, 4 tons per hour. You know, so unfortunately, when the machine arrived, it happens even before the cement paint. Okay. When the machine arrived, I realized that the market took a sharp nose drive. Okay. So I have to investigate why it's so. And I realized that there were these chemicals that people began to import from China that gradually becoming the substitute for tire cement. Products. So people are no longer buying it as you know. So when I noticed that, I decided not to invest so much into that. Yeah. So I decided you have a competitor now. And I don't want them to my suppliers to come and do the installation, which would be another cost to me. You know, so I decided to abandon the machine and then focus on the grout and other one. There's another product. That one I'll talk to you about it later.
Okay, you know, okay. And so it's getting really exciting here on the Hustler's Diary, and we are talking with Mr. Senor Godwin Ameko. He is such a wonderful person, and you know the story. The story of the hustler is actually etu akuma. That is what I would say. Etu akuma. If you can't, and on this note, I would want to ask you: are entrepreneurs born? or you can just get up one day and decide that I want to be an entrepreneur?
Well, you can develop interest. There are people who were born with it. And first of all, what is entrepreneurship? It's just a matter of taking a risk, do something and get something in returns,
out of it,
or profit in returns. If you are not getting that, it's either you are a philanthropist or your business is not viable. So if you can fall within the taking the risk and making profit, then you are good to go. So there are people who are born, because there are some crafts. You know, is something that you are born with. So regardless of all the challenges, you can't quit it. And other people who cannot withstand any challenge, when they see the storm started blowing, then they will leave it.
And then I think this answers my question, because the entrepreneurs I have come across, you know, within the course of my life, these are people that you see are stubborn in some regard. I mean, don't go there and they are going there. It's like they want to really, they are not easily canned. You can't can them.
Yes.
Is that how it is supposed to be?
Exactly. That's how it's supposed to be. Because just listen to my story. Says it all. I would have just run away from it. And that is it. So another thing, and you have to be very innovative. Because if you are not innovative enough, let's use those cameras for instance. If you do not bring some kind of innovation into bear, if you are not careful, 10 years from now, the skills, even the skills that you are using to operate those machines will not be relevant. So you have to be innovative, upgrade yourself, read sometimes, and then add value to your life or whatever that you are doing. So as time changes, you have to change accordingly.
So adjust.
Yes.
Besides Ghanaians having access to your product, do you have your product anywhere else outside the boundaries of Ghana?
Yes, there was a certain man from Nigeria. He do come to buy in commercial quantity.
So you can see that the product is also on the market in Nigeria.
So he is in charge in Nigeria, and he buys a lot. So let me also say, even this morning, you know, I supplied some huge amount of grout. Are you
cashing in?
Yes, for the grout. Let me say, the grout is good because it's the best in the market now. If you answer speak, Star Point grout. It's the best in the market at the moment, and so we are all over Kumasi, Ashanti, Mampong, Sunyani, Takrady, Kufude,
quality is everywhere.
Yes, you know. Yes. So for the quality, that one there.
Of course, it's assured.
And then my price, regardless of the quality, is somehow moderate. Moderate.
I see.
Even compared to the imported alternative.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
I see. You know, with all these said, given the opportunity to be born again, would you want to come like this?
Yes. There's two things that I would choose. One. if I should have the opportunity to be born, to choose two things in life. First of all, I would like to choose the woman I marry first. I want to choose the same woman. Yes, that's the first one. And I would like to choose entrepreneurship as the second again.
So nothing really will change?
Nothing really will change.
You love yourself just as you are?
I love business, yes.
Very few people will say this, and to get a hustler telling you that he would want to be born just like this, I believe it's an inspiring situation. And so we are happy for you, and we rejoice with you. The whole of Ghana and beyond rejoice with you. Thanks very much for being honest. I mean, we get a lot of stories like yourself, and sometimes you can read in between the lines, things don't really add up. Like there are magics along the line and all of that. Has those magic worked for you?
Well, I don't see.
Have you had any encounter where you could tell that, no, this one, it's not what I planned, what I worked out for, but somehow it happened? Has it come your way like that?
No.
Really?
Yes, there's no magic. And, you know, when you have the vision, you also need to have your mission. Because people use them interchangeably. Your vision and mission is not the same. Because the vision is what you have to achieve, and the mission is what you do to be able to achieve that vision that you have. Yes, exactly. So on the journey, sometimes some of the challenges that you encounter, you never anticipate them.
Yeah.
But it happens. So I won't say it is a magic anyway. It's no magic. So you just work, and then if it works, fine. If it does not work, you find a way out to achieve that.
So this is the point. You have to have a plan A, plan B, plan
Yes.
C to Z.
Exactly. And it's always advisable
that
every entrepreneur should have contingency plans, because you cannot anticipate everything that will happen. It could be disaster, it could be anything that you don't wish to happen in your business, but it will surely come, because it's not everything that you wish for that comes your way.
Definitely.
So you should always have these contingency plans,
okay,
so that in case it happens, there will be
a way out.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
What has been your major funding source, the source of your funding your business?
Well, for Ghana, I realized that the SMEs, or the small businesses, we have a very big problems. And then doing business in Ghana is very, very difficult, because access to capital is very difficult.
Very difficult.
And even if you had the opportunity to get one, the interest rate is so high such that if you are not careful, if you do not do your calculations well, you end up working for the banks, and you will not get anything in things. So on the basis of that, I always invest my own savings back into the business.
Okay.
So for some, apart from the cement paint that I had a disaster, that was the only time that I had loan, because of the
disappointment from the other end.
Yes, because of the way the demand was coming. That's why I went for the loan too. So I took loans all one. So in terms of funding, I normally use my own savings back into the business. So that's what I do.
And has it worked for you?
Yes, it works.
It works.
It works.
I see.
Yes.
And you're now savings is so power. As I was my wife and so we are still here on the Hustler's Diary with Mr. Senyo Godwin Ameko, and he is the CEO of Star Point Cement Industry. A very wonderful personality I have known over the years. He's all over the place. You can call him quality, and he is sure to respond. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll do business. It's a welcome back from that quick commercial break. We are on the Hustler's Diary with myself, Delalom. I am here with Mr. Godwin Senyo Ameko, a very handsome man. I have known him for a very long time. I must admit, this man came my way. Funny, it's something, a breaker. Now, I had a recommendation from a very good friend, and he was like, Dela, I need a voiceover for my products. And I was like, it's been how many years now? It's been about 2-3 years.
Quite some time.
Yes. I was like, make try my fast. Now, okay, man, should I do interview? Until right now, and they are higher better contract and we will double the yes. Yeah. And remember, this business, the Hustler's Diary, has been proudly sponsored by Lead Masters Events. Lead Masters Events is into event organization. If you have a wedding, a funeral, a naming ceremony, whatever form of event you have, if you want to get it done right, then contact Lead Masters Events, and they are getting the work done really well and quality for you. Remember, Lead Masters Events is into short-term and long-term furnished apartment rentals. If they rent them out, if you need hotel and guest house bookings, they can assist with that also. They are into land sales and other property sales. Whatever form of property you need, you can get in touch with Lead Masters Properties. And a quick one also, in case you are a traveler, you love traveling outside, or you have people coming into you and all that, they do ticket booking, your internal and external flight ticket buying, lead masters and more. You can trust them to do all your buyings for you. There are lots more to tell you about this wonderful setup. And I want you to also know that King Tom Estate is also helping us, has been a major sponsor. King Tom Estate has it all in store. You want a single self-contained bedroom to buy. You want a full house, 5 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, however you want it to be, a full mansion. King Tom Estate got you sorted. King Tom is saying that put down something small and then we begin the process. If you have a building, you have a land that you want to develop, King Tom does that. If you want an estate to buy also, King Tom has properties all over Ghana and will assist you to do that. We also have our travel and logistics. Our travel and logistics is aiding you with all of your travel deals, and presently our is helping persons that want to go into Dubai and work in Dubai. Our is saying that pay 15,000 and your processing will be done within the space of 1 month. Visa acquisition is within 3 days and they will get the work done for you. We are continuing with the hustler himself, Mr. Godwin Ameko. Mr. Godwin,
yes.
This is a general something we want to know your view. Has Africa utilized the internet enough to our benefit?
Okay, for the past 5 years, I would say that the utilization of internet has increased. And next 10 years, I know that it's going to be more. Because we are taking advantage of the internet now. I realized that from the COVID era, where a lot of people are doing business online. So if it had not been for the COVID, which is also another opportunity for us to take advantage of the internet, I realized that people are using the internet. I think 3 days ago, someone called me. He needed a product. So he said he heard about the name, quality product, quality grout. But he doesn't know where to get my number. So he went to the net, and he searched and he got the number. And I was so happy that I took advantage of the internet and people were able to access me on the internet. Beautiful. And a couple of my other colleagues who are also SMEs, I realized that they're also taking advantage of the internet. So the internet has come to stay. And if you want to go global, that's the way to go now.
I see. If you want to go global, that is the way to go. And please, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Well, I want to become Ghanaian leading or African leading most reliable producer of the best grout.
I see.
And also the cement paint. Yes.
Wow. That is a big vision.
Yes, that's a big vision.
It's not impossible. Yes. It's highly attainable.
And there's a new product that I don't want to talk about now.
Don't worry.
It will be launched next week.
Okay.
So those in the beverage industry, they should watch out. I'm coming with something very big.
Yes, and I have a bowl of a lot of surprises. I want you to dip your hands and pick something, and then we can take it up from there. This is your choice.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is my
This
color.
is the man's choice. Okay. Okay. This says, given the opportunity to start your business all over, what would you do differently?
Well,
you chose this.
Yes, this is what I choose. And I don't have any problem choosing this one as well.
Exactly.
Yes, when I had the opportunity, I would like to do the same business.
But what are you going to do this time around differently?
Yes, I realized that there are so many challenges that I did not anticipate it.
Okay.
But they came, and I was able to sail through. And because now
you paid a price, that's in you suffered.
Exactly. So I've had experience in that level. So if it comes now, I will just run away. I will just run through. Not in terms of running away from the business.
Definitely,
I will just run through and then make it
because
big.
now you are armed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we would appreciate you very much for coming, but quickly we want you to, what would you say to someone who is also planning to tour the same line of business, watching you presently?
Well, what I would say is that anyone who wants to become an entrepreneur, he has chosen the right path.
The right path.
Yes, because now if you are in tertiary, and your aim is to finish school and to get a job from the public sector or from the government to employ you,
you
then
might be disappointed.
you'll be disappointed. Because I'm not too old anyway. I'm not old, you know, but
At least, but you are
yes, but not too
experienced.
long ago. I quite remember, if there's two institutions, nursing and then and teaching profession. Immediately you finish school, your job is ready waiting for you. But now it's no longer the case, you know. So while in school, don't think that the job will be available immediately you finish school. Start the entrepreneurship from there. Look at an environment. Even the ladies, you know, they will need bra and stuff like that. You can just go to someone's shop, bargain with the person. After you have taken the price, just take a picture of those items, put them in your stats instead of taking pictures and be posting and those stuff, you know. So people will call. So when they send their money, you can go there, pick the item and send it. So you can start the entrepreneurship right from school. So when you finish school, you continue from there. Exactly. So entrepreneurship is the way to go. So that's my take.
Okay, so entrepreneurship is the way to go. On that note, we would want you to leave your social media handles, your contact, in case anybody needs any of your product or service, we could get in touch with you easily. So kindly do that for us.
Okay. The business is located at Himai, Santase Himai.
Okay, Kumase.
Kumase. Yes, Kumase.
Okay.
You know, we share boundary with the Himai JSS.
Okay.
And our contact numbers are 0242 962990 or 0264 962990. Or you can also send our email on starpointindustries@gmail.com. Or you can also go to Facebook, Starpoint Industry, and that's it.
That's it. Yes. Thank you so much for coming. We've
You're
really enjoyed your story.
Thank you.
And that is on a beautiful note, ending with Mr. Godwin Senor Ameko, the quality man. Thanks for doing the watching. Remember, we were proudly sponsored by Lead Masters Events and more, Lead Masters Property, and we have Tom Estates. In case you need any of these services, you can get in touch. Not forgetting that we have a good sponsorship from Urban Foods. In case you have an event, birthday party, you need cakes, you need food, rice dishes, whatever food you need, just get in touch with Urban Foods on 0556-142-174 and you will be sorted. Thanks for doing the watching. It has been the Hustler's Diary with my wonderful self, Delalom. It's a bye for now.